So we're here with Kamesh, co-founder and core contributor of OpenLedger. Kamesh, how are you? How has been Dubai treating you?
So it's so odd.
Yeah, as for everyone.
Yeah,
For everyone.
yeah.
Cool. So, want to chat a little bit about OpenLedger, have a few questions, and maybe we can open up with the recent milestones and updates from your side. So, what has been keeping you guys busy?
Yeah, so we are outcore, research company. So we always keep researching more interesting stuff on AI, and then like how to create some meaningful intersection on Web3 and AI. So that is we have a good research team, and we always constantly research. I think in our testnet, like we got a very good traction. So we got somewhere around like more than 1.1 million members contributing the data to the network. So we are trying to become more like a Web3 version of Hugging Face, right? If you want to build a Web3 version of Hugging Face, where you have to support all the infrastructure for that, right? It is not about only the specialist chain for AI; it also takes necessary support of toolings so that developers can build on top of it. So, yeah, testnet is good milestone for us. Like got a lot of meaningful data from the people. I thought like Web3 is all about farming, and that we may not get a meaningful data. I was worried about that, but we got a lot of meaningful insights and informations from the people. I think in a simple way, like it is more like how Kaito is helping for creators, and very similar to that. Like if we build a special model, and then people can contribute the data, and then build a special model, and then like whatever the model generates, right? So if one guy is building a solidity model on top of us, that is all the solidity devs are contributing the data to the model, and then it's launching a model on top of it. So it creates an interesting use case. More people can just type in English and generate a code of solidity, get a huge adoption. People will pay for that, right? Because it saves time. So we are trying to pick more interesting use cases that people can be really willing to pay for the model. So that we see one of the interesting use cases of Web3 marketing model, where people are everybody is have a challenge how to market, right? So where if you go on ChatGPT and it give a very generic response to you, it won't maybe solve the purpose of marketing. So that can be fixed by building specialized model. So we are very much welcoming more interesting use cases who people who want to build a special model and interesting use cases on top of it.
Got it. And you mentioned the testnet, which had amazing traction. So, and you said that you gathered a lot of insightful data. So, what are maybe some of the examples that you gathered through the testnet that will impact actually your roadmap and kind of the product? So, some key outtakes or that you learned from.
Yeah, basically we just there's an initiative from Hugging Face was started to collect the data globally, and then try to have because always models works very well for English, right? Not specific to other languages like Arabic, and other languages are not great. The models won't support much, and then Hugging Face took an initiative of getting in a data contribution from global people. So we don't see more traction of that. We got only, I see 5,000, 6,000 members, because there is no any incentivizing element. It's just like developers can contribute what they have. By just adding an incentivizing element on top of it, we got a huge response from the people, because people have that knowledge. Everyone, you may know some language, I may know some language. So people have where people can contribute interesting data, right? Which can be build cost-effective way of building special model. So by the people, and then like incentivizing them. So it's like that is approach that we took, and we got a lot of data and interesting data points and a lot of model proposals. We got more than 10,000 plus model proposals. People are building a specialized language. Even never thought about such kind of use cases. So someone is building X-ray model, where you ask a lot of people to contribute X-ray and then build a special model for X-ray, right? So if you just upload your X-ray, then it will give you more meaningful information. So that is what the site is. So in terms of people understanding, like we are building a more specialized chain, which is because everyone talks about performance based chains, right? We believe only performance alone is not a matter, and then like specialization matters for the particular industry. So we believe AI is going to be bigger industry. Every industry will have AI use cases. I don't think it is like internet, right? So everyone will have. So we're building a chain where which is specifically designed for building models and AI use cases. So that is all about the OpenLedger.
Got it. Amazing. And we can talk a little bit about proof of distribution. It would be interesting to hear how does it actually works and how you're sure. Maybe
it's quite interesting about that. So yesterday, one guy wrote a big article. It's a Korean guy who wrote a big article about us, saying about the OpenLedger factors and everything. And then, then he was searching about us on Perplexity, right? When he searched about us on Perplexity, where he got the answers, whatever the article he wrote, that particular insights has been taken by Perplexity and able to give a very meaningful insights about OpenLedger on the search of Perplexity. But the guy is asked, because if Google is doing the same, at least I may get traffic to my website, right? I can make some revenue out of it, right? Because I'm putting my effort to generate a content and posting it online, and then Perplexity or any other AI models like ChatGPT take the data and then consume the data, scraping the data, and then give us intelligence to the end query, right? The traffic is really cut. Right, they people not go to ChatGPT for most of the traffic will sit inside ChatGPT itself, right? It won't leave to the end website itself mostly. So that they're really killing that use case of creating more content, right? Because there is no motivation for the creator to create more content. Right. So that is a problem which we see, which is something fixed through blockchain. That's the concept we came up with called proof of attribution. Let's say if you are a media company contributing so much of data to the model, and then which media company data, and let's say there are 10 media company have a different data set, and then if you build a model out of it and be able to figure out which data, when you query, hey, can you tell me the best PR that I want to design for my project, and then it generates some topics or ideas to you. This every idea is based on the particular media data set, right, which is already trained. So we able to figure out which data is influencing this particular result, right? So basically what our idea is to, if you're able to figure out which data is influencing the result, so that we can pay the data contributor, right now the biggest challenge in Web2 AI itself, it is a model is a black box. Once you fine tune the model, and it became a black box. You can't figure out which data is really influencing the response, right? It has so much of data, it responds to you, right? But out of this data, which particular data set is really influencing this answer, which no one knows.
So goes in bulk, it's not segmented basically.
So what we're trying to do is to understand that this particular answer because of 3, 4, 5 kind of data sets. So that's why the 3 data sets is served by XYZ guy, so that we're able to reward them back. So the concept is called proof of attribution.
Amazing.
So that is what we are trying to do, which is a bigger challenge in Web 2 and Web 3, and then that can be fixed through Web 3 is what I believe, because of the blockchain transparency and then immutable nature, and then they don't believe anyone that really my data is used or not, right? So you can direct have a platform where they can see, they can take a ZK proof and pay the end data contributor for the usage of data.
That's amazing, especially for media companies and content creators in general, to be rewarded based on how much they are contributing to the evolvement of the models.
Of course, if you take an example of Cointelegraph, will have the slight degrees of the traffic as they have more dominance of ChatGPT, because they will not go to Cointelegraph or CoinDesk or any other platforms to read about the content. Instead of that, they try to get everything from ChatGPT itself. Right? It naturally kills the revenue model. So that is the problem that will that is a problem we are trying to fix. Right? If you're able to figure out which data is influencing the model, then we can reward them back. So that is the whole idea.
Media companies are going to be happy to hear this. Final question. Let's maybe chat a little bit about the upcoming TG. You've been listed on Kaito pre-TG Arena. You had the crazy traction. So how are the preparations for TG looking? And in general, what are some of the strategies and plans that you have there to incentivize the community and attract more people?
I think we got a lot of traction on Kaito. So maybe because we are quite early, maybe that is the reason, or I don't know. Maybe because I think we really took a lot of effort in writing more research articles about the whole project on Twitter and blogs and everything. Because a creator need insights and inputs, right? So that he can create more content.
Correct.
For example,
to give him an angle, to give him something to work with.
Right. Hey, this is way proof of attribution. If you say proof of attribution, no one understands. So if you can break out with the example, people understand. So people started thinking more interesting use cases and start writing content. So it's more like assistance for them, right? So that thing that the biggest success for us in getting more dominance and mind share on Kaito is because of explanation what we give. For my R&D team, constantly generate interesting use cases, trying to make it so simple where even layman can understand the content. Because AI is a complex tech, right? It is not like simple tech to explain. So when we working deeper research company like us and making it so simple for the end users, so difficult. No one understands the model explainability, traceability, and those kind of factors. So we took a lot of effort in writing content and a lot of media interviews and explain them so simple like this, so that
This one,
so this so that we able to get more creators started understanding, then they start writing about it, right? If they don't understand, I don't write about that, right? That is the way people are. If you understand about particular performance of the blockchain, why it is performance and other kind of factors, then you will write about it, right? So it's all about like how you understand. So we try to make them understand so that people write about you.
Yeah, and that's how you get traction. Amazing. I really enjoyed this conversation. I like what you're building. Keep up. Good luck, and yeah, let's make an impact to the market.
Thank you very much. Sure. Bye.